It's just under a month now from Destiny 2's latest expansion, the Witch Queen. Bungie's latest content drop is set to be the largest update to the game we've seen for a very long time, and it's safe to say that everyone in the Destiny community is more than a little excited to try it out. But for those of you who have fallen off the game of late, or maybe just aren't caught up to what is coming or going in the Witch Queen, we've created this little video that bites down into 5 of the main things you need to know before the Witch Queen's release on February 22nd. Here's what you need to know. It's a great time to return or start in Destiny 2. Reason being that in the Witch Queen, they are updating the gear power floor for everyone, so anyone who logs in will be the appropriate level to start the Witch Queen's campaign and take on all of the new content without having to grind out previous campaigns or levels beforehand. If you're new to Destiny, you're still gonna have to go out and get all of the best weapons, but you'll be in a better starting position. And if you're a returning player, all of your favorite weapons will be there, ready and waiting for you. But obviously, Destiny will be Destiny, and you're gonna have to keep swapping gear out frequently as you level up. They announced this recently in one of their blog posts, and I think this is great news. We should see a rise in the player numbers, so definitely spread the word about this to your friends who may be a little bit scared or on the fence about giving Destiny 2 a try. The more the merrier. This part really excites me. Void 3.0. When the expansion Beyond Light released for Destiny 2, it brought along with it a brand new darkness subclass called Stasis. The implementation of Stasis was done really well and gave you, the player, a lot more freedom and build options with these things called aspects and fragments. How you manage your Stasis subclass lent into that MMORPG element that Bungie dream about for Destiny 2, and it was really well received by the players. So well received that going forward, all of the light subclasses are getting a rework to bring them up to the same quality as Stasis. So Solar, Arc and Void, starting with Void when Witch Queen drops. And the reason I'm so excited for this is that between the 3 classes, Hunter, Titan and Warlock, there are 9 supers that are getting reworked and updated, as well as the grenades and melees. And it doesn't even stop there, because I think about all of the exotics that are tied specifically to the Void subclasses that are getting updated as well. As a Hunter main who never took off Orpheus rig, I'm excited to see what they do with it, because they killed my favorite exotic ages ago, and it hasn't been the same since. They have already shared a few of the changes which look great. Check the link in the description for the Bungie blog post and give it a read. But for sure, Void 3.0 will definitely shake up the meta and give us loads of new options. And then going forward with the seasons, we're going to see updates for Arc and Solar as well. Now, as you'd expect from a big expansion like the Witch Queen, we're getting loads of new co-op and PvE content, and that of course includes some new dungeons. However, there are a few caveats. For one, the dungeons aren't due to come out on the Witch Queen's launch date. At the time of me making this video, we still don't have any concrete release date for this content, so amend your expectations before jumping in. A big thing to take note of here is what versions of the game the dungeons are included in, because these aren't available to those who buy the standard version of Destiny 2 Witch Queen expansion. Instead, it's behind a paywall of the Deluxe edition. It is what it is, unfortunately, so if you want to jump into these dungeons when they do eventually release, it may be best to save up some cash now and get the more expansive version of the game. There's also a new mysterious raid dropping with the Witch Queen, which we do know the date for. The raid will drop on March the 5th, so you have plenty of time to prepare for it. And if you've never had the chance to play a Destiny 2 raid before and it's going to be your first time, I envy you, because it really is the pinnacle of what a co-op experience should be like in games. If you've watched the recent trailer, you would have caught a sneak peek of the raid, probably without even knowing it. The raid takes place in a giant black pyramid ship that has been sunk into the swamps of Savathun's throne world. Players that have been keeping up with Destiny since its launch will be aware of these giant Dorito-looking ships and the fact that they are generally bad news, so we'll have to wait and see what will be lurking around down there. Don't expect it to be easy. So let's actually talk about the story and the campaign. The Witch Queen expansion centers around, well, the Witch Queen named Savathun. She is the Hive god and sister to Xivu Arath and Oryx, and we're heading off to her throne world to take her down. The throne world is basically an entire planet where she has control, so it's safe to say the odds are stacked against us. And if that wasn't bad enough, the Witch Queen has somehow managed to gain the same powers that we've been using for years. The Light, a gift from the Traveler, and managed to share that gift with her Hive forces. So we're going to be going up against enemies that are going to be using our supers against us. Our supers, our powers, our grenades, everything, they're going to be using those. And they have ghosts. the Hive have ghosts, so they're going to be using Resurrection too. It's going to be crazy. There's so much lore in Destiny 2, it is best to start right now. There is so much content that the controversial voting system had to be put in place or the game would just get way too big. The Destiny 2 content vault sort of breaks the past content and makes it hard to experience what came before the Witch Queen, because if you were to go back now and start from the very start, you won't be playing the story in chronological order. But the way I see the Destiny 2 content vault, it's like hitting the skip button when the intro plays on Netflix, straight into the action. But for those of you who are curious to what is leaving when the Witch Queen drops on the 22nd of February, it's everything in a Tangled Shore destination, the Helm, the Forsaken campaign which is being voted, seasonal content as well like Season of the Hunt, Chosen, Splicer and Season of the Lost. Enough about things being taken out, let's talk about new stuff being put in the game. One of the new headline features is weapon crafting, which allows players to build new and old weapons from scratch. So we're going to be able to customize everything, the handling, the perks. We can go after all of the perks that we want without having to pray to RNGesus for the perfect role. Once again, this is leaning into giving us the players power and more build and customization options. We still don't know how it's going to work exactly and how much we're going to be able to customize our loot, but we know this is a whole new form of progression, and the more you use your crafted weapons, the stronger they'll be. Hopefully this takes some of the randomness out of Destiny 2. Along with the weapon crafting is a brand new weapon archetype, the Glaive, that can only be obtained using the crafting system. It's an energy weapon that can be used close range with melee combos, shoot mid-range projectiles, and has means to protect yourself, which I'm going to assume is like guarding with the swords. But unlike the swords though, you do stay in first person when you equip and use the Glaive. So with that all covered, let us know why you're excited to jump into the Witch Queen next month and what do you think is going to happen in the story. I'm personally excited. I can't wait, really I can't wait for the Void 3.0 system and the weapon crafting. I think this is going to be the most customization and building options we've ever seen in Destiny. I think this is what I dreamed Destiny would be like 8 years ago, like now. It's only taken 8 years, but I'm excited for all of the options. It's going to be great. My name is Durrani from VG247. I hope this video helped you out getting up to speed with what's coming in the Witch Queen. Peace out.